Hello students, we have already discussed about the VHDL programs in previous video. So in this video also we will discuss few more programs for VHDL programs from chapter 4 VHDL programming and subject to VLSI 22062. Okay, now today in this video we are going to discuss the first program, that is of RS flip-flop. We have shown the figure here, and we are going to use the architecture, that is a behavioral model. So here you can see, very first thing you are going to declare is about the library, then is entity declaration. So here I have shown the entity declaration. So RSFF is the name of the entity, and the input and the output ports we have to declare inside the entity. So port, inside the port you can see set and reset is the in bit, and Q and QB is in out bit, because Q and QB both are used again as the input as well as they act as output. So both the things they are doing, acting as input as well as output. So that's why will declare it as in out bit and RSFF. Then is the architecture, then you have to give the name to the architecture of RSFF is begin. And since it is your behavioral model, so as I've always told you, behavioral model is nothing but the truth table explanation of the circuit. So we are going to write the statement with respect to the truth table. So you can see here, and behavioral model always have process. So after begin word you are going to use process, and inside the process you are going to declare the sensitivity list. This is the list which will have all inputs and the signals. So here you can see inputs, signals are not there, but inputs are there, set, reset. So we are going to put inside the process set, reset, and then the bracket close, and then the begin word again. And we are going to use if and if else statement here. So you can see if, and then you have to write the Boolean equation. So you can see for set is equal to 1 and reset is equal to 0. So if set is 1 and reset is 0, then Q is assigned 1 and QB is assigned 0. And after clause is used, so that it will assign the value to Q after 10 nanoseconds and QB after 10 nanoseconds. Else if set is 0 and reset is 0, then Q is equal to 0 after 10 nanoseconds and QB is equal to 1 after 10 nanoseconds. Else if set is equal to 0 and reset is equal to 1, then Q is equal to 0 after 10 nanoseconds and QB is equal to 1 after 10 nanoseconds. End if. So once the statements are done, then you have to use the end if, because if you have started with the if, then you have to end if, and then end process and end behavior. So this is how we are going to write the VHDL program of in a behavioral model style. Okay, now we'll discuss about the VHDL program of this is half adder. Of half adder, as you can see the circuit, it needs an XOR gate and AND gate, and XOR gate input is AB and S is the output, that is called as sum, and AND gate input is AB and output is C, that is carry. So in the structural form we are going to write. So using structural method, library declaration is the very first step, and then is the entity declaration. So here you can see half underscore A is the name given to the circuit, and the port declaration, that is input and output. So AB is the input and S and C is the output. So we have used here standard logic. So AB in standard logic and SC is the out standard logic. Then end half underscore A semicolon. Then we'll start with the architectural declaration. So architecture, then name of the architecture of entity. So HA underscore STR structure is a name of the architecture, and H underscore A is half adder. Then is the reserved word, and then we are going to do, as since it is in the structural form, then the component declaration is very important. So here you can see one XOR gate is there and one AND gate is there. Both components has to be declared. So it is declared here, you can see, using the word called component and the name XOR2. Then inside, then we are going to declare the input ports and the output port for this gates, defining how many inputs are there and how many outputs are there. So XY in input standard logic and Z is the output standard logic. And component, then component and to port Then again input and output declaration. PQ is the input in standard logic and R is the out standard logic and component. So after component declaration we are going to use the word called begin, and then we have to write the component instantiation statements. So here you can see x1 is the name given to XOR gate and x2 is the name given to AND gate. So x1 colon XOR2 port map. Now the sequence is important for the XOR. You can see XOR AB is the input and S is the output, and x2 and to port map AB is the input and C is the output, and half adder underscore structure. So this is how we are going to write the VHDL code in structural form. Now we can check here the half adder, but we are going to write the VHDL code in data flow style model. So you can see here, as every time I remind you that data flow is nothing but the Boolean equation of the circuit. So the equation form when you write, that is data flow. So very first thing is library declaration, second is entity declaration, so entity name declare, and then the ports. So you can see here AB is the port, input port, and S and C both are output. So we are using standard logic, so in standard logic, and SC is the out standard logic, and half adder the entity declaration, and then we are going to write with the architecture. So architecture half adder of entity is, so architecture, and then you have to give the name to the architecture. So half adder underscore df of entity. So entity name we have given is half h underscore a is, then you have to is the reserve word, and we have to start with the begin, and you have to write the equations. So you can see S is assigned as A XOR B after 10 nanoseconds, and C is assigned as A and B after 5 nanoseconds, and half adder, that is the architecture, end of the architecture. And this is how you are going to write in data flow model. Now we will write the same half adder using behavioral model. Now behavioral model means you have to explain the truth table, or you have to declare the truth table, write the statements in truth table form. So very first thing is library declaration, then entity declaration, you can see here same, and then comes the architecture. Now since this is in the behavioral model, we have to use process. So begin and then process. So process is always after begin word. So process, and inside the process you have to declare the sensitivity list. The sensitivity list must contain all the inputs. So here you can see AB is the input, so AB is declared inside the process, and then the begin word, and here we have used if statement. So here you can see the truth table is declared here. Now if A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0, if both are 0, sum is 0 and carry is 0. That is what is stated here. You can see sum is assigned 0 after 10 nanoseconds and C is assigned 0 after 10 nanoseconds. Else if A is 0 and B is 1. So all four options of the truth table 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. What will be the sum and carry? Everything is stated here using else if. You can see else if A is 0 and B is 1, then S is 1 and C is 0. Else if A is 1 and B is 0, S is 1 and C is 0. Else if A and B both are 1, then sum is 0 and carry is 1. End if, end process, end behavior. So this is overall about the behavioral model of half adder. Okay, now we will discuss about the program of 4:1 multiplexer, but in this program we will use the case statements which we have studied already in chapter 3. So here you can see the 4:1 multiplexer is having I0, I1, I2, I3 inputs, and S0, S1 as the inputs. So the S0 and S1 is select lines, and these are all I0 to I3 are inputs, and O is the output. So very first thing is the library declaration, and then comes the entity declaration. Now when we write the entity declaration, we give the name. So mux is the name given to this 4:1 multiplexer. Then port declaration, that means input and output has to be declared here. So inputs I0, I1, I2, I3, S0, S1 all are declared as input, and O is declared as output. But here standard logic is used, and here we have used the vector form. That means I3, this input bit can have 2 bit values that is declared here. So you can see vector and bracket 1 down to 0, so it can take 2 bits. So this is what the declaration states. So this is what we have declared here. End mux, then architectures of the behavior of mux is begin and the process. Since it is your behavioral model, so you have to use the process. So in process, every input has to be declared. So I3, I2, I1, I0 and S is declared here. And then begin, and we are going to use a case statement. So using the case statement is very easy and perfect, which I always prefer. So case, and then we have stated select lines, and as you know about the multiplexer, if S0 and S1 both are 0, then I0 will be transferred to the output. So that is what you have to state here. So you can see in case S is when 0 0, so this 0 0 is nothing but the select lines. So 0 0, then the output O will be I0. When 0 1, then the output will be I1. When 1 0, output will be I2. And when 1 1, O output will be I3. Now you have to check out here, since I am using 2 bits 0 0 0 1, every 2 bits I have used in double quotes, and if you are using a single bit, then single quote. This is what you have to remember. And then the last statement, when others, output will be ZZ. So ZZ means high impedance, that is 0, output will be 0. So end case, and then end process and end behavior. So this is how you are going to use the case statements. Now we'll discuss about the D flip-flop, how to write VHDL code for D flip-flop. So you can see here, D is a flip-flop having one input, data input, and two outputs, Q and Q bar. Both Q and Q bar is a complement of Q, and the input clock. So if it is positive edge triggered, so during positive edge, if whatever data is there in data in, that will be transferred to the output Q. So only when the positive edges will come, data will be transferred to the output. So here you can see the coding. So first is library declaration, and then comes the entity declaration, name of the entity D flip-flop, and then the port declaration. So data in is the name given to the input port standard and the standard logic form. Clock is also input in standard logic, and data output. So instead of Q, we have used here data out for output standard logic. So in the output standard logic form, and end D flip-flop. And then start with the architecture. Behavior is begin, process. Now since this is behavioral, so process is there. So after begin word only, you have to use process. So process, and then you have to give all the inputs inside the process. So that is data in, comma clock. So that is declared inside the process. Then begin. Now here, if clock is equal to 1, so that means when the clock is positive edge triggered. So when clock is equal to 1, then data out is assigned as data in. End if, end process, end behavior. So this is the VHDL program for D flip-flop. So these are the few references which I have used. Thank you.